receive the football. Jaden Fielding has it teed up. Crookshank is back deep, and off we go. Week 5 from the shoe. His first start, he missed the first 4 weeks with an upper body injury suffered in camp. And not only does he get the start, he keeps the ball to go. And Simon out there on the 2nd and 9 play. And a short carry by Kyle. And Evan Simon. Pocket collapses. He's going to take off. And Adam Korsak, 5th-year starter. This is his 291st career punt. And it's dropped by Ibuka. And Rutgers has it. Melton jumps.
Veteran player on this team. One of the cardinal sins in special teams as a returner. Do not go backwards to try to field a punt. Bad things tend to happen. And Rutgers with great coverage right there, able to drop right on the ball. But this is a play Ibuka's going to want back. You can't make critical errors like this in the special teams game.
Ibuka was actually listed. And coming in, quarterback back in the 2019 season. He's going to hand it off. Then they're going to try to throw it back. So Greg Schiano deep in his bag of tricks here. And Rutgers has struggled so far this year on 3rd down. Simon going for the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Sean Ryan holds it in.
Defensive back, wide receiver going back and forth, but great ball placement by Simon right here, and a phenomenal job of going up to high point that ball by Ryan. Those are the types of plays Rutgers needs to be in this game.
Sean Ryan, the 5th-year senior, first season at Rutgers, his 3rd different school, and it's the first time he's been in the end zone as a Scarlet Knight. Extra point is up and good by June. 9th all-time meeting. Ohio State has won the first 8, and look at this. But Ohio State is ready for it. Ballard has the football, and Ohio State will have great field position. Greg Schiano is pulling out all the stops, and we've only played 4 minutes and 1 second.
He is chopping. He is swinging. I'm telling you, going for an onside kick in this situation, trying to capture some momentum, totally understand it. And this Ohio State offense.
He did throw his first interception of the season last week, and he hands it off.
In a scrimmage, so offense certainly coming together at this point.
Stroud, 2nd and 8, and a quick pitch and catch, and there's Cade Stover. Found a home at tight end. Mayan Williams getting the call, slips through. Mayan Williams inside the 10, and all the way down. And now Stroud strolls to the right, pressure, and he gets rid of it as to win the Heisman Trophy. He hands it to Williams. Williams lowers his shoulder, and he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Was really feeling confident in this offense and cementing his role as a back who should be getting a ton of carries.
Well, less than 6 minutes in high school, now a star in the secondary for Ohio State. From a yard deep, and Crookshank, one of the suffered in camp. So this is his debut, and he's going to run it again. On 2nd and 7, he's going to run it again. Looked like a little miscommunication in the backfield, and that allowed Zach Harrison to get in behind the line of scrimmage and drop it.
And for Rutgers, you can't have the miscues on the snap. You're going to see right here, certainly miscommunication at the mesh point. Allows Ohio State time to get that penetration. Zach Harrison able to.
Simon out of the gun with some pressure coming. Lets it fly, nowhere near, out of bounds. Coverage was strong by J.K. Johnson. And Rutgers will punt the football.
And I mentioned in the first drive, Ohio State showing these guys up front. They had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage playing some single coverage back there. And it's tough for Simon to really.
So one of the best punters in the country back out there, but hold on, because we have our first penalty marker of the game. And it looks like it's going to be against Rutgers. Ron Snodgrass, our ref. Korsak, the Australian punter, boots it, and another risky catch for a boot. Stroud back for the 2nd drive, and he gets it out to Julian Fleming, but Rutgers is there to rally. 7-7 with 7 minutes left in the opening quarter. Pass underneath Mayan Williams. 3rd down and 8. Stroud, complete. First down and more. There is Ibuka. Even receiving with 442 yards and 5 touchdowns coming into this one.
Difference for him at this point.
Each of those guys with 5 touchdowns already this season. Back to the ground at Mayan Williams. Stroud off the play fake. And incomplete.
Passing game until this wind subsides.
All right, Rick, thank you. Second down and 10 over the middle. Caught. There's Ibuka. Stroud hands it off this time. And that's Harrison in the run game. Stretches out. And faking the handoff, and Stroud now being tracked down. Throws it to the back of the end zone, trying to get in, and he did. Marvin Harrison. But hang on, there's a flag. Did he step out of bounds first? See the officials without their hats on.
Number 18 went out of bounds, returned inbounds, and was the first to touch the ball. By rules, illegal touching, offense, lost it down to the pre.
Now, the I formation, Mayan Williams, who already has 1 touchdown run. Correction, Mayan Williams has in less than 5 weeks here in 2022. No official word on what the injury is or the ailment with Henderson. We were just told right now, after the last commercial break. So Vedral is going to fake the handoff and keep it again. You said it. Every time Vedral has touched. And Simon is back in there now. On a 2nd and 4. Handoff up the middle. Strong center. So far, Rutgers 8 runs, just 3 passes. They're going to throw it here, though. Simon quickly out to Johnny Langan. Gleason yet to reach 40. And trying to hand it off again, but Ohio State's run defense is stout there. As they drop some coordinator at Princeton before going to Oklahoma State and now at Rutgers. 2nd and 12. Ohio State just brings 4. Stepping up, taking down, he lost the football. Simon fumbled it. Looked like Mike Hall Jr. got a hand on it first for Ohio State, and the Buckeyes have it. It is Mike Hall Jr. with a fumble recovery.
Boy, and Mike Hall Jr. came onto the scene the first couple of games of this year. A little banged up, production's gone down, but look at him just swiping that football out there. Great players always have awareness of where the football is at. It's a heads-up play.
Mayan Williams, big hole. Avery Young able to grab him. There's a flag around the line of scrimmage after a gain of about 10.
Holding. Defense, number 48. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Seasons ago. Back on the sidelines, and here we go with another penalty.
False start. Offense, number 74.
1st and 15 because they had the penalty, and then a C.J. Stroud down the seam, caught, touchdown, Julian Fleming. Ohio State also has 2 touchdowns now in their last 4 snaps as Ruggles adds the extra point so far. Crookshank will call for the fair catch, and Field, who knows the system better than anybody, as Simon throws this in. Meanwhile, 2nd down and 10 for the Scarlet Knights. That's out to Crookshank, former Wisconsin Badger. Simon with a short drop. Flag flies, almost intercepted by Denzel Burke. Wearing a new number today. He was number 5. He switched to number 10, his old high school uniform number this week.
Offside. Defense, number 44, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a first.
The head coach. Only loss, of course, last year to Michigan. Up the middle. Running through and then getting tripped up. Brown has been the bell cow so far today. Faking the give to Langan. Underneath to Al-Shadi Salam, and he is quickly brought down by... Yeah, I think Tyleik Williams is down at the end of this.
But just a great play in recognizing where it was going.
The loss against Iowa, although a lot of those did come late. Swing pass on the outside here. There's Salam. He needed to get four. Abuka, who's had an interesting day back there fielding these with a win, calls for... From inside their own 10, here's Mayan Williams. And Williams out across the 20. Forced into the sideline, but no flag thrown. Gain of 13.
I mean, just look at this offensive line building a wall. They're getting vertical movement. It's something that Kevin Wilson talked about. And when you have a back as good as Mayan Williams, all you need to do is get a little bit of display in the offensive line.
Mayan already has 62 rush yards. Now out to Julian Fleming. He had the we haven't seen him yet for the Buckeyes either. And
keep your quarterback upright.
But the ground game is working and close to the line to gain. Handed to Williams, no problem. Wisconsin, they got up 28-0. This time Stroud wants to let it fly. Pressure. And he does get it complete.
Number 88 went out of bounds, returned inbounds, was the first to touch the ball. Illegal touching. Offense, number 88. Lost it down at the previous spot. Second down.
Stroud, 2nd and 10 underneath, and the cover. 3rd down and 10, and Stroud lets it go, and it is caught. Juggling. Jesse Mirko. He is also from Australia, like Rutgers punter Adam Korsak, and he sends it to Cruikshank. Just 43 years of age. Their defense forcing a 2nd and 10. Simon from the shadow of his own goal.
The penalty will be enforced. 3rd down.
Simon going to try to take off. Nowhere to go. Coming up, Tommy Eichenberg, the captain of that Buckeye defense, to stop him in his tracks. Here trying to punt this thing. And it's going to take an Ohio State bounce and be down. So humble, too. Now, Mayan Williams getting to the outside. Another team pass yards for Ohio State. This time to the air. Stroud looking end zone, and it hit. Another one there, but not to be. Outside to Fleming. Fleming did have a touchdown. Empty backfield. Rutgers rushes 4. And Stroud throws it. The football with only 73 yards of offense. Off the play fake. Stroud tosses it down the sideline for Mitch Rossi, but there's a flag. Catching the football.
Pass interference. Defense, number 17. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
So Deion Jennings back-to-back penalties now, and Ohio State's knocking on the door.
You can see the penalty right here. Clearly both hands on, not looking back at the football. Now you're trying to make a play as a defender, but you know that's going to get called every time. And give a little bit of
pistol formation here. Mayan Williams slips through. And Mayan Williams again. Williams fighting, but Rutgers today looking for a 2nd. Running, being chased. Gets to the outside and just has to step out for a big loss. Not sure why he didn't throw that. And we got another flag coming in. The flag is on the opposite side of the field from where Stroud stepped out of bounds. Loss of 12 there for C.J. Stroud.
Holding defense, number 6. Half the distance to the...
Instead, 1st and goal Stroud rolls out. Stroud tucks it. And he's going to be short. Here's Mayan Williams. Gets the edge. Reaches. Stroud's going to sneak it. I don't know that he got there. It's just Williams by himself. They hand it to him. And he walks in. Third touchdown for number 3, Mayan Williams. Extra point good. Jaden Fielding kicks it away. This might be Rutgers' best opportunity. Cruikshank, all Big Ten returner the last 3 years, but third in points per game, and they're doing it once more here in week 5. Samuel. And Simon's going to hand it off again. And Brown out across the. Another give. Steele Chambers is right there to tackle Samuel Brown, and that will write an end to the first half, which saw Rutgers go up 7-0, and then Ohio State rattle off the last 4 touchdowns. By the way, have taken place since Rutgers joined the conference in 2014. And wait a second. What just happened here? Here comes a flag, yeah. Well, the first half they tried an onside kick after going up 7-0. It led to a short field for Ohio State, and they would punch it in. And now the kick goes out of bounds. So this is a tough offense to corral. Ball at the 40 because it was kicked from the 30. Pass down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Avery Young picks it off for Rutgers. Then he gets popped by. So can Rutgers now turn that ball? Ciano go into his bag of tricks early on in the first half. We'll see what he has set up here. Deep shot downfield and a nice catch. Sean Ryan. Samuel Brown up the middle and a good surge. That offensive line. Brown gets it again. First down. And here he hands it off to Manungai. Bounced away from Proctor, but to the 2020 season. Second down and 12. Nowhere to go. So it'll be. Here comes pressure. Simon hit as he throws, incomplete. They were defensive coordinator. So a 35-yard field goal, and that is up and good by Jude McAtomney. Exception, they at least got 3 points. So all 10 of their points have come off of the Ohio State turnovers in this game. Fair catch by Trainum.
Long time.
May have heard the penalty announced. That moves the football out to the 30. Look at this. See you later, Mayan Williams. Extra point is good, but there is a flag down.
Offside. Defense number 6 lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. The score is good. Timeout.
35-10.
I mean, these guys are excited over on the sidelines, and they should be. First off, starting with the offensive line, open up a seam for Mayan Williams, and they say, you're a downhill back. You can't take it all the way down the field. He says, like heck I can. And you see the celebration with these guys, man. This is phenomenal.
Fair catch. It's been the quarterback situation. And dealing with injuries at that spot. Here, Simon is able to complete it to Aaron. Jumpsuit there. You see the boot on the left foot for him. Now they'll return to the run game. Samuel Brown, gang of tacklers eventually bringing him down after. 2nd and 6, good surge there. Strong run in the first. They try to nurse him back to full health. 1st and 10. Trying to run away from the pressure. And look who it is again. Steele Chambers, who's had a really good game, tracking down Salam.
I mean, the closing speed from Steele Chambers is ridiculous. You see him right here again. Watch him track this play down. He's going to see the run, bounces outside, closes right in on it. That is uncommonly
run 2, but of course the Buckeyes had that long touchdown run. Samuel Brown
go with on 4th down.
See if they'll need 4th. Low snap, Langan. He's not going to get there. Direct snap to Monungai. And Monungai is going to be short. And Ohio State's defense forces a turnover on downs. Good decision. They fake it to him here. Flipped high to the outside. Good catch by Abuka. And here is Williams bouncing off a couple of would-be tacklers, sidestepping. Boy, he almost broke. So much better at where he's at right now. And he can move for 225. That's Stroud hands it off to Williams again. And look at this. Spinning the other direction. All of that. 1st down. Now Stroud to the air. Just the 1 touchdown pass today. Abuka trying to make it 2. Stroud looking end zone. No. Flag. That's Max Melton, who was defending Marvin Harrison Jr.
Holding, defense, number 16. Half the distance through the goal. Automatic.
Simiak over there has done a good job with this defense. You have to trust that technique.
Stroud off the play fake. Back in the end zone. Abuka, no. They're going to roll Stroud out. Needs some help. Nobody's open. And he just gets rid of it. Williams splits out wide to the right. Stroud over the middle. Caught. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Ohio State. And Ruggles knocks it through. Buckeye. Doesn't hurt to get the top receiver in every class seemingly every year. Crookshank on the return. And Simon nowhere near through that. And he's got a 2nd and 10. That time complete. Chambers with another. Inside of 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Simon hit as he throws. It's intercepted. And it's Steele Chambers. He's got 11 tackles. Now he's.
This coverage out of Ohio State, they're just dropping guys out, and it creates indecision on behalf of the quarterback. Now, I know there was contact with the pressure there, but these guys just make Simon hold it for another beat. And it allows this pass rush to get up on the quarterback. You don't always have to get a sack. Big Zach Harrison getting a paw up there, and you create a turnover. Really good team defense.
Yeah, Chambers with a pick, but that was a pretty easy one thanks to Zach Harrison. So now the ball goes back to Ohio State and C.J. Stroud. And Stroud trying to get to the end zone, looking for Harrison again.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. The ball.
Handoff. And Williams. Not a whole lot there. 2nd and goal. Stroud. And it's dropped. Well, there's another flag. Melton was called a little bit ago for interference on Harrison Jr. We may have the same thing.
Take a look at this here. Yeah, he's early. He wraps him up. Take that.
From the 2-yard line. Williams gets the handoff, and he's in. 5 touchdowns, tying the program record. No Travion Henderson today, no problem.
No, and I mean, he's done it every way. He's gotten the tough runs downhill inside. He had the long touchdown run where he showed off some of his speed. I mean, the way that Mayan Williams has developed is something to marvel at. Got to give some credit to Tony Alford, to the running back coach here. Done a really good job with him.
Yeah, Tony Alford, tremendous. A flag comes in here on the extra point. I asked Ryan, because of the penalty, that backs the Buckeyes to the 20 for the kickoff. So an opportunity here in the return game. And taken off the bounce by Youngblood. And he'll get it out to the 49. Simon hands to Brown. And a short gain from. Now on 2nd and 7, Simon. And he's been off on some throws today. Missed. Pocket clean, but he slides left to Simon. And incomplete. Flag does come out. Back around where Simon threw the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 92. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, that's on the young freshman, Caden Curry.
And I talked earlier about, as a defender, understanding that line of when you can finish a.
Handing it off, and Langan is knocked down in the backfield. Flag flipped to the outside to Chris Long, and Long is brought to the ground by Josh Proctor.
Real edge in their offensive game plan.
Ohio State's really neutralized him. They've also neutralized Evan Simon. And Simon's going to step out of bounds shy of the 30, and that Simon over the middle, and that pass is broken up. There is no flag. They were trying to get it to Langan, but could not.
Timeout on the field.
Greg Schiano thought there should have been a flag. But another turnover on downs. Safety Josh Proctor was the one who broke it up.
Issues that they're still sorting through at this point in the season.
Got the backups in there now. Kyle McCoy.
Next week against Purdue on Big Ten Network, then against Indiana. Maryland could very well be 6-1.
Had it on cruise control ever since. 3rd down at 6. And G. Scott getting the reception. Excited to see each other before the game, both from Australia. Oh, he's going to fake it and keep it, and why not? I mean, oh, and then a late hit. They're going to have to tack yardage on the end of this, and Crookshank is the one that hit him. And Ohio State's bench didn't take too kindly. Now you got Melton in the mix. And they're going to have to separate. Greg Schiano comes all the way over from the other sideline to get his players out of the mess. Oh, and now Schiano and Ryan Day appear to be jawing at each other.
Pending for that to happen, and if that was the issue between him and Greg Schiano there, it's a tough situation. I know those two guys have a lot of respect for each other.
By the way, there was a 6-yard run before that by Hayden. They're going to give it to him again, and he this time is brought down in what he's done since his return at the helm there at Rutgers. As this one is going to be incomplete, there is no flag. They say he didn't like it. They'll probably shake hands and go their own way. And a fair catch. Good punt by Mirko. Well, they've got tough field position. Going to try to just run it with Langan.
Find a way to 6.
Now on 2nd and 3. And a good surge and a first down.
That they're still deficient, so going to be a challenge for them to pull it all together.
Samuel Brown is well, that offense came in averaging 49 a game, and they've done it again. Here's pressure, and down goes Simon. Coming off the edge with the pressure, Ryan Turner, the freshman, a corner blitz, and he dropped it for a 6-yard loss.
off the edge right there. Can't even see him, can't pick him up. That's a great play for a young.
3rd down and 9. Simon, well, it's just been a tough day.
The players bought in immediately to what Jim Knowles was telling them and how he was going to help them improve. I think that was the first step right there, but as they get guys healthy back in that section.
New quarterback in the game, they hand it off. And there's Hayden again. Well, Hayden gets another opportunity and almost broke it. You're running back at Illinois right now. And young brother Dallin gets another tote.
Jigba is one of one, and what he can do, certainly you want to have back in this offense.
And even though at tight end he sees him as an NFL tight end, and he's been pretty good so far this season. Trying to keep it out of the end zone, but Ohio State cannot. And that should write an end to this one. And the Buckeyes are going to remain perfect, 5-0, and now 9-0 all time against Rutgers. And 2 former colleagues shake hands. And it looks to me like Ryan Day was maybe explaining what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Just wanted to clarify with the guy he has a lot of respect for.
Ohio State, they got down 7-0, but they quickly bounced back and they win it 49-10.
Get wavy again, bro. Okay, let's skate. Bad bitch finna come my way. Going 90 when I'm on the highway. Can't go high without the high. Ay.